You start with a self, that's your starting point, not created. Therefore, floating around in an ocean, a shore of chance. You start with facts that are not created. Therefore, you have pure contingency as a principle of individuation. You start with an abstract, impersonal principle of logic. That's your string. It has to be infinite. You have to do what an art physician God does. God, for us, has strung all the beads. He has one comprehensive plan. We know in advance. He tells us what he is doing, and not in every detail, and we don't understand it exhaustively at all. But nevertheless, we have his word for it. If a little boy goes out in the woods with his dad, he may be only 6 years old, and he's got a pop gun or a BB gun, but he's not afraid because his dad is with him. Well, that's the way we are. We are not ourselves wiser or better than our others, and we don't have insights of our own. What we have received, says Paul, we have received by grace. But having received it, it is the truth. And we can now, with this truth that has been given us, point out that any other position that anybody has, and then it makes no difference what that position is, whether it's idealistic, realistic, critical, realistic, existentialistic, this or that or what have you, right down to Sat, from Thales to Sat. You have these principles, and then you can show that he is a man of water that's going around building a ladder of water, setting it on the water, putting it against the water, climbing out of the water, can't get on the first ladder, rung of the ladder of water because he's made of water. Now, that's not funny. I don't object you're laughing. I don't mean that. But I mean, that is actually the absurdity to which we must reduce his position. And then we're absolutely in accord with what Paul says, hath not God made foolish the wisdom of this world. Now, Paul knew what he was talking about. He knew his Greek philosophy.